5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you set 2 of the ABCMart MSL round of 8. We have Jaedong versus Zero and Accept. It looks like we have Zero as the yellow Zerg at the 1 o'clock position, and we Jaedong as the teal Zerg at the 1 o'clock position, Zero as the yellow Zerg at the 11 o'clock position. Jaedong just looking there, concentrating hard. Zero doesn't look too stressed, right? Well, actually, he's frowning a little bit for some reason, even though he just won game 1. Maybe he knows Jaedong's reputation. Surely he knows Jaedong's reputation for losing the first game and then destroying his opponent in the next 3 in best of 5s. One of Jaedong's signature patterns, if you would. So, you know, game 1 was very exciting. Now, there was a clear build order advantage coming from their respective builds. 9 pool versus 12 hatch. 9 pool is supposed to win, and 0 won. Against Jaedong, that is still no mean feat, but I would like to see at least one game where these two players basically went for more or less the same thing. It looks like Zero's going to go for a 9 pool again. Let's see what Jaedong decides to do. If he goes for a 12 hatch again, I'm not sure. Well, he's not going for 9 pool. He might be going for overpool or 12 pool. 12 pool would beat 9 pool, of course. That's Overlord morphing. So let's see what he's building. He's building 3 drones. It could still be a 12 pool. Each player scouting in the wrong direction with their first Overlord. So yeah, Zero again going for the extractor. Looks like he's going the exact same build as he did in set 1. Jaedong bringing a drone down again. He's going for a 12 hatch yet again. I don't know if I agree with this Jaedong. Maybe he wants to prove that, you know, the first game was just a fluke. You know, 12 pool doesn't, 9 pool doesn't beat my 12 hatch. Come on, I was just warming up in the first game. You know, I'll show Zero what it means to be a Zerg champion. Interestingly enough, too, in this MSL round of 4, there are 3 former MSL champions, Flash and Jaedong, of course, and Hydra, last year's winner. Zero does not have a title of any sort. I think this semifinals, in fact, is the furthest he's ever made it to in a Star League, and the caliber of players he's got to go through. First Jaedong here, and then should he beat Jaedong, he would have to face either Flash or Hydra, both champions. Arguably Flash the more formidable champion than Hydra. So Jaedong, let's see what he has to deal with these lings. Zero bringing out his 6 lings. He's moving them diagonally. He doesn't actually exactly know where Jaedong is. There's a 50-50 chance now. But looks like Zero has picked the correct direction to go. He's picked the correct direction to go, or he's managed to scout it out somehow by some means that I do not know of. I guess Jaedong took a calculated risk this game. The hatchery is going to go up this time. Jaedong's not going to be able to cancel it. Jaedong bringing all of his drones down to defend. Let's see how good Zero's Zergling micro is. One of the Zerglings managed to pick off one of the drones. Some of them have been weakened a little bit by the drones, so Jaedong surely got 6 lings morphing of his own at his hatchery. The lings are coming out. Zero needs to rally additional lings here to do damage. He's managed to stop Jaedong from mining for a while, but that's not enough. Jaedong morphing plenty of lings. Zero has speed upgrade critically. Speed upgrade his lings. Speed makes a massive difference in Zergling versus Zergling combat. Wow, Zero just making all the right decisions this game. Zero picking off some of these drones here. More and more lings rally to the front. Jaedong desperately bringing his drones out to try to fight, but it's not going to be enough. Zero's lings are just dancing circle around Jaedong's lings. Jaedong has a much bigger army of lings, but it's just not able to cope. Looks like Zero using his speed ling advantage, but Zero using his speed ling advantage, but Jaedong pushing Zero out of his base. Massive ling engagement here. Zero again taking advantage of his speed. He's managed to withdraw for now, but not only has he stopped Jaedong from mining, he's forced drones to be pulled off. Zero morphing his Spire already. Jaedong has a big enough army of lings to stop Zero's attack right now. But Jaedong's economy has been weakened, certainly, but is not crippled for sure. Zero pulling his lings back. I'm not sure whether I like that. Jaedong still doesn't have a lair. I think he has no choice but to put down Evolution Chamber and get spores at this point. Jaedong has his Overlord to see what exactly Zero's forces are doing. This is why I feel Zero should have set his lings around in the middle of a map somewhere, just to cause more doubt and confusion. Jaedong putting down his lair. He's definitely going to get mulas much slower than Zero here. So he's probably going to... But he has the advantage in terms of economy. He's got 12 edge. He's pumping drones now, not getting any additional units. So he's got his economy reestablished now, and he's going to be behind in tech, but he should be fine in terms of resource intake. Zero is spotting this though with his Overlord. He's seeing the 5 drones at natural. He's Zero putting down a hatchery in the corner of his base. So Spire just finishing for Zero. He's going to start morphing Mulus. It looks like Evolution Chamber, yeah, going down for Jaedong. He has no choice but to start putting down some spores. Otherwise, the Mulus should just destroy him. Jaedong's got a lot of lings at the front, though. And he's putting down creep colonies, surely to morph spores with. 2 at his natural, 1 at his main. He's not mining any gas right now. I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. He needs to get every single mineral he can in order to build the spore colonies. Zero is electing to use his first Mulus to attack Jaedong's Overlord. I mean, it's because he spotted the spores going up for Jaedong, so, you know, by the time he brings his Mulus over, it's not going to be able to do much. Zero picking off one of these Overlords. So far, it's been turning into a pretty exciting game. I think with this placement, Jaedong has come right back in this game now. He's starting to morph his Spire. He's remining gas again, so economically, he's doing great. I don't know, he has a speed upgrade for his Lings too. That's critical, having speed upgrade for his Lings. I think Zero did pretty well, but I wish he had pushed in even more ruthlessly. Like make sure to finish Jaedong off, or kick him some more when Jaedong was down. Because now Jaedong's fully recovered. He's got defenses. Zero's not going to be able to harass, and Zero's still on 1 base. The longer this goes, I think, the bigger advantage Jaedong is going to get. Zero moving his Lings out, I do not think that is wise. Ooh, Jaedong trapping and killing one of the Lings. Yeah, Zero does not have anywhere near the number of Lings that Jaedong does. So Zero is sending out some more Lings now. Spire almost finished for Jaedong. Zero still has a bit of time to try for some sort of attack. He's rallying tons of Lings to the front, but again, Jaedong knows this is coming. He's got his army in position, sending out a scouting Ling just to see what exactly is going on. Maybe Zero will try to dive in with his Mulus and start picking off drones. No, there's a big Ling engagement in the front. Jaedong seems to have a superior conclave. He does have the Mulus, which he's using to help kill Lings. Jaedong forced to bring drones off the line. It looks like Jaedong has lost the ground battle, and Zero has the Lings running amok all over Jaedong's natural. I would probably kill the spores. Kill the spores. Zero, he's managed to kill a lot of drones. He's leaving some Lings to pick up the spores and some to the main. Excellent play by Zero, and Zero has too many Lings just running amok all over Jaedong's main. Jaedong has nothing to respond with, and I think Zero's going to take game 2. Unbelievable by Zero. This is what I mean, that Zero at his game, admittedly, again, with a build order advantage, can be phenomenal. Jaedong's economy is once again crippled. Zero still has an advantage in the air. It looks like Jaedong has quite a few Mulus out now, though. So, but again, but this time, I'm not sure that the longer the game goes, the longer it will favor Jaedong, because he just took even more drone losses he could ill afford. Jaedong's counterattacking with his Mulus, starting to pick at some of these Overlords, though. Yeah, it looks like Jaedong's still alive and kicking pretty well in this game, so I was calling it way too prematurely. Against any other Zerg, surely this would have been over, but not against Jaedong. Jaedong now with Scourge and Mia's out. If he can use his Air Force well, he should be able to defeat Zero's Air Force, and with that he would take an advantage right back in this game, and he would actually have an advantage should he manage to do that. Jaedong's also rebuilding his Ling for Zero, sneaking 2 Lings into Jaedong's main. These constant Ling sneaks, almost picking off another drone. Not quite 1 HP left on that drone. Jeez, the victory and defeat is by such close margins at these high levels. Jaedong's managed to mass up a decent-sized army. He's remining gas is natural again. So Jaedong's in fine position. I don't know how Zero's economy is looking in terms of drone saturation. He doesn't have too many. He's basically spent most of the game building units as opposed to getting more economy. So I'm not actually sure that... Again, Zero, I felt, was an excellent attack, but he picked off all the spores at the natural. He would now be free to run amok in the natural. Or at least earlier, rather, free to run amok in the natural. with his Air Force, but now Jaedong has a lot of Scourge. Too many Scourge, I feel, for Zero to take on. Zero, again, managed to mass up some Lings, but Jaedong has Lings. It looks like there might be a bit of engagement here. Zero trying to pick out one of these Overlords. Tons of Scourge coming. Jaedong backing off for now. Overlord going down for Jaedong. Some more Mulas coming. Tons of Scourge for Zero. One Scourge managed to land. Jaedong doesn't have many Mulas at all. Another Scourge landing, killing another one of these Mulas. Zero's Zerglings this time are decisively defeated, although he manages to sneak 2 into the main. More Scourge are landing on these Mulas. Zero cannot afford to have that happen to him. Zero micro-Lings. No, he didn't manage to pick off any drones at the front. The Spore Colony doing a great job killing some Scourge of Zeros. Looks like Jaedong's Mulas and Zeros are probably roughly equal in strength here, it looks like. Zero re-rallying his forces, but he's lost all his Zerglings. I think Jaedong is definitely back in this game now. Some more Scourge coming. Jaedong's going very Scourge heavy. I think he might be thinking again about transitioning to more of a Mulus army. I'm not sure. Or maybe he's hoping to use Scourge to pin down Zero's Mulus and then focus on Lings and counterattack with his own ground army. I don't know. I haven't seen Jaedong build too many Lings. He's starting to build some more Mulus now. Zero still with a good cloud of Mulas. Tons of... no, they are not engaging each other in the air right now. Zero rallying his Lings for attack. Don't go in piecemeal. Jaedong has plenty of Lings at the front. Engagement at the front. Jaedong bringing his Mulas back. Deal with these Lings. Zero barely manages win, but with the Mulas back, he's going to be able to clean up these Lings at his natural. But Zero is using this advantage to try to go for the main Scourge, however, warding off his Mulas. Constant action back and forth. Neither player really gaining a decisive victory that they wanted to close this game out. Zero has been winning most of the battles, but the war remains to be fought. The war is still being fought. It remains to be seen who's going to win. Zero with trying to sneak more and more Lings past, but not really succeeding in that. Jaedong with his Mulas are cleaning up Ling forces that he's sneaking past. Now, Zero, I think, needs to coordinate his Air Force better with his ground army. I think slowly but surely Jaedong's economic advantage of having 2 gas is starting to tell. Jaedong's Air Force looks pretty scary now. He's got Scourge, he's got Mulas. Scourge are landing on the Mulas. Zero not able to micro correctly, and looks like Zero is going to lose this air battle, and Jaedong's going to take a victory, I feel now. Jaedong cleaning up all of Zero's Mulas. GG coming from Zero. This is the Jaedong magic. Able to come back from build order disadvantage, and Zero was so close to victory. Jaedong there, looking determined, going to